You remember those 25-cent bubble gum machines? You put a quarter in, you turn a knob, and the gum just dropped out instantly. That's why those things, those type of business models thrived in the 90s. And even today, why vending machines today still make the money that they make. It's not about the product that they actually have, but about the instant gratification. Like, look at this. The little boy is putting the quarter in, and he's finna instantly get the gum drop, right? The gum, instantly put the quarter in, you instantly get it. So it's not about the product that people care about. It's about how fast that they can actually get to the outcome. Most businesses are the exact opposite of these bubblegum machines. You give them your time, money, and your attention, and what you get back is a thanks. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. The delay causes money to leak out of your business. So here's what we're gonna do today. So in the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna visit a company and see, do they actually have the bubblegum effect? And the company that we're going to look at today is this heating and cooling, this HVAC company. And I want to know again if they have the bubblegum effect, which is the ability to give instant results. And so we're going to visit their website, their social media, their Google profile, and going to see if we can get some sort of instant response, or are we forced to wait? So as you see here, we're already on their website. Now I want you to imagine this. Imagine it's summertime. It's 95, 100 degrees outside, right? And your AC just went out. You sweaty, you impatient, and you working from home. So you land on their site, we on their site, right? And you scrolling to see, all right, well, they do cooling. We see they got the 24/7 emergency service, right? Now, you already working from home. Can you step to the side and make a call? Sure, you can do that, right? But what you see is like, all right, well, maybe I can't make this call today. You scroll down and you say, it says, well, fill out a form below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. So if I'm burning up in the house, I don't want to hear as soon as possible. I want now because I'm hot. I'm sweaty. I'm burning up. Right now, what I say, do they have that bubblegum effect, that instant the customer, the client can get something back? Well, no. The only thing we have here is we can call, but even at the top of the site, there's no button for me to click to get to instantly pick up and call. So like a lot of modern sites now, they have the ability where you click a button and it'll go right to call. So if you're on your phone, you'll be able to write the call. Now, 9 out of 10, if I'm working from home, I'm not on my phone. So I'm not on my phone looking, I'm on my computer looking. So if I'm on my computer looking, I'm probably looking for some sort of web chat. So if I fill this out, well, it just told us that if we fill out the form below, which is this form right here, I'm guessing they're going to get back to us as soon as possible. What does that even really mean? So what am I probably going to do if I'm on the website? I might go to the next person. So next, let's go check out their social media. Let's see if we can get that bubblegum effect from their social media. And what I see is they got a book now button, which is good. But when you click it, the appointment request will need to be approved. So that means that you, again, another friction point. We can't get booked right away. Now, when I try to exit out, what I like about it is that it says, we're not ready to book yet. No problem. You can always book later. Or if you have questions, you can message the business. Now, the issue with that is that we have had now not one, but two opportunities to where I can't get an instantaneous response or instantaneous booking or instant to solve my problem. Because remember, the whole point of why bubblegum machines and vending machines and businesses that thrive on be like customers now today, the present day customer wants the instant gratification. They want to know that if I reach out, I can get an instant result, or I'll know a time frame in which I can get a result. Basically, I want to be able to get an instant response. Right now, it doesn't look like this HVAC company can give us an instant response. Now I'm going to check out their Google. All right. So let's look at their Google. All right. So this is great. They have 13 5-star Google reviews. And if we sort their reviews, they got a review within the last 30 days, a month ago, which is good. Another one 6 months ago. Now, the only thing that I would say about the review, they need to be actually responding to the people, because that's a missed signal to a new customer. If you don't engage here, people are going to assume that you're probably not going to be responsive elsewhere, especially when we got the other two touch points on the website, no instant engagement opportunity, and on the Facebook, no instant engagement opportunity, right? So I want to run some numbers. We go to Google, and Google says the average cooling repair for a house that's about 1,500 square feet can range from $225 to about $900 or more. So if we add those two numbers together, that gets us roughly, what is that, 1,125? So we'll just call it at 1,100, and we'll just make that at like 550. We'll just divide that by 2 and say the average is about 550 per repair. I think that's pretty fair. And it may be on the low end. So if you're in the HVAC business, like this may be extremely on the low end, right? And so if the average job is 550, that means the average customer is worth roughly about 550. All right. So if we go here and if we say, let's just say their dispatcher who dispatches the jobs, let's just say they're paying them roughly about, because I think Merlo said that they were we're a small family owned company. So let's just say that they're paying their family $2,000 a month to be the dispatcher. So let's say they only got one of them, right? So right now that's $24,000 per year automatically that we're paying. Let's say that they get about 20 calls per month. So, well, 20 website visitors per day. So if they get 20 website visitors per day, that's 600 a month. The average HVAC job is about $550 per like qualified lead or per lead, right? So if they're converting one every other day, that's good. Let's say only 10% of those 20 actually reach out with this current system. That means that's 2 people a day. Let's say only 50% of them book every other day. What are the other 18 visitors doing? They're going to the competitors. Now let's say if they had a way to convert those other 18, because even with those numbers, if they're only converting 50%, let's just say they're missing, that would be if they're getting two people reach out per day and only one is converting and the other one isn't converting, let's just say that's 30. That would mean that's about 30 people, right? So that's 30 missed calls, and let's say it's about 15 missed emails. And how much per customer? Let's say it's about 550. That's $300,000 per year from missed calls. But that may be a little on the extreme side. So let's just say they're missing a month. Let's say they're missing about 10 calls, 10 emails. And these numbers are really consistent in terms of like what business owners typically miss per month. So if they're missing 10 calls and 10 emails per month, and that means that there's $132,000 in missed revenue automatically. Now, if they had some sort of tool or some sort of system that cover this money, and let's say it only costs them, let's say this tool or the system costs them 25% of what they're paying up here. So that'd be about $500. So that's $6,000 for the year for an AI admin, right? It's $6,000 for the year. So their entire team cost goes with their dispatcher and with the AI admin goes to $30,000 in a year. But what ends up happening is that 90% of the missed opportunities are caught by the AI admin. So what does that look like for them now? They're roughly making an additional 112 to about 120,000 or so, right? By adding a system, right? So that gives them the bubblegum effect. So Merlot's Heating and Cooling were my client. Here's what I would recommend. They reached out, they called me, and they said, hey, how can we capitalize on these? We're getting about 600 website visitors per month. How can we fill in these leaks and convert the people that we're missing? Because even though we're getting 600 visits per month organically, we're not seeing that our revenue doesn't reflect that. Okay. So I'll recommend that I will ask them some questions about their phone system, and then I'll probably recommend an inbound AI admin, which is going to be able to handle multiple calls at once, going to be able to book instantly and transfer the staff. Then I would recommend on the same page, I would recommend a 24/7 live chat. At minimum, the chat would be at least operational during business hours, so it can collect information, answer FAQs, and push people to book. So now those visitors that we talked about earlier, those 18 visitors, because remember, hypothetical is that they're getting roughly about 20 per day. If they're getting about 600 website visitors per month, then that means that those visitors are now engaged. Because if I come on their site and I can't, if I don't want to pay for an email, if I can't live chat you, I'm going to instantly leave on somebody else. And then for the Facebook, I would recommend some sort of AI admin messenger, but basically it's going to instantly respond to Facebook messages, route all the qualified leads into books. And then last but certainly not least, this has to be changed, because I'm guessing that you're probably not going to respond for an hour. Now, for transparency, I actually contacted this owner or contact the number, and I asked them some questions. They said they simply get back to people within about an hour. Now, speed to lead is what wins right now. The days of people waiting for results is old. You want to be able to get get your customer, turn your customer, convert them when they're hot. When the person first comes in, the first 5 to 10 minutes, they're flaming hot. So you want to be able to answer their questions very quickly in that time frame. So I recommend that they have an email admin assistant that automatically responds to inquiries. And then again, as you guessed it, I'll stump to book. So now those 4 touch points it would turn them from this reactive to instant and proactive. And now they would have the effect, because here's the bigger picture. People value instant gratification, whether they go into the gumball machine in 2 seconds, they can get the actual gum that they just paid for, or whether they come to an HVAC company and in 1 to 2 minutes they can book an appointment because they're sweaty, they're hot, or they're cold. They want to know when someone is going to come out and service the AC. So Ecclesiastes 9:10 says, "Whosoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with a might." And so if you're going to run a business, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with what Merlos is doing right now, but I am saying that their communication style is a little bit outdated. So you want to make sure that your communication is all the way up to par, meaning that speed to lead is there, the clarity is there, the consistency is there. And how you do that is a system that makes these things possible. So if any of this feels familiar, triggered by this, if this looks like your website, or this looks like your social media, this looks like your business, and you know that you're seeing the bubblegum effect, I want you to know that you're absolutely positively bleeding money. But I also want you to know and understand that if you are that savvy kind of solopreneur, do-it-yourself entrepreneur, that Readypreneur is just for you, because systems, layouts, the trainings on how to add these things to your business are already there for you. You can capture more customers and you can get, the bubblegum effect. So bottom line is this: whether you want to do it yourself, or if you rather consult with us directly about plugging in the gaps in your business, and the link is below for that. If your system looks like this, or your business or your website looks like this, at least have a good idea now what that you need to do. So the goal is book more clients with less stress. Now, when I'm not talking about your stress, I'm talking about your client stress, and so that they get the instant result, they get their outcome faster, because that's why people want to work with you. They want to get the outcome faster.